I think a better way of characterizing conservative beliefs is not saying that they are motivated by racism or sexism or homophobia. A better way is saying that they are against change. First and foremost, that's how they are going to approach any problem. Our system and our society in general have racism cooked into its bone. It's built on the backs of white supremacy. Right off the bat, they were enslaving black people and fine with it. It's a patriarchy. It's built by men to disproportionately benefit men. It's a heteronormative society. And them being anti change is one of the big reasons they're so against science and intellectualism, because science is about collecting evidence to understand the world around us. And when new evidence comes up that says we should change something, it changes. Intellectuals are always going to change their mind when presented with evidence that says they should. Saying conservatives are motivated by those things, racism, sexism, homophobia, transphobia, kind of lets the system off the hook, because it kind of plays into this idea that, well, some people are just racist. And I believe as a leftist that our system having those characteristics forms people that way. So, I can go and I can say, look, black people are more likely to be born into poverty. Black people are more likely to be stopped by police officers when they're doing nothing wrong. They're more likely to be arrested for crimes they don't commit. Their votes are more likely to be thrown out. They get longer sentences than white people. And you can throw all this data and evidence at conservatives, but because their approach to all problems and discussions is not wanting to change things, they won't admit that America has white supremacy cooked into its bones, right? Because if they admit that it has problems and they agree with you that the system has problems, that could be perceived as an argument to change. And I think approaching conservatives with the mindset that, no, they're not just racist, it's the society that has crafted them into being racist. And then this discomfort with change that makes them fight for racist things. So they won't admit that the things they fight for are racist because they're not aware that they are just uncomfortable with change. And I think approaching conservatives, instead of thinking of them as racist, thinking of them as defending a system from change that has racism in it or is built on racism, might help people approach this differently. This is like a foundational belief of mine. I talked about it in this video that did really well. But also, if you go back on my page to the very first video I posted after I did like a welcome one, it's a 4-part video. It's a lot, but it's all about how I believe that conservatives being against change forms much of what we see today in the right wing.